Well, welcome back to my daily diet and weight loss update. I wanted to share something interesting with you that happened when I stepped on the scale this morning. It took a jump, several pounds overnight. But here's the crazy part. I didn't binge, I didn't go off track, but the scale still took quite a jump overnight. So what happened? Well, I asked ChatGPT and it gave me some interesting insight. Let's jump into it. Well, first of all, it outlined the fact that I did jump 2.9 pounds overnight. That's significant. 240.7 pounds is what showed on the scale. So I was in the 230s for quite a while and climbed back up to 240. Did I gain fat? Well, let's find out. There was some food issues that led up to the spike. On Friday, I ate significantly over my what I typically shoot for with calories. Around 1,500 is what I'm shooting for, but I did 2625. My wife and I went out for a nice lunch. I had one of their smash burgers. I had some bread. Later on, I had chicken nuggets and 2 small Cokes. I had a Wawa Italian sub that came in at 600 calories. Also, I was on prednisone, so that added a little bit to it. We'll talk about that in a minute. High volume, salty, carb heavy, and rich. So that pretty much described that day for me. But that wasn't the end of the story. Let's find out what happened the next day. On Saturday, I ate my leftover smash burger, had some pizza, chicken nuggets, and a Coke, and again, some prednisone. This came out to 1,562 calories, so it was very close to what I shoot for of 1,500 calories. But remember, not every day's a win or a lose. It's all about balancing things out, and I count my calories by the week, not by the day. Let's look back at what happened the next day. So on Sunday, we had a high-calorie day again, 25. We went out to eat, and I had some Cuban food, garlic bread. I went a little bit overboard on the garlic bread, so that's a kind of shame on me, but still, I enjoyed it. I owned it. I recorded it. I was honest about it. That's what really matters. Grilled chicken with onions, white rice, black beans, sweet plantains, a Coke, 2 Cokes actually. Had an adult beverage later on in the evening, some Halo Top ice cream, vanilla wafers, chicken nuggets. Yeah, it was a big day. But still, at 25, that's about my maintenance calories. So I didn't gain weight. Other than maybe a gram or 2. But it's still interesting that the scale jumped significantly overnight. Let's find out why. Why the scale jumped. Prednisone caused fluid retention, so I was on prednisone for 3 days, and it does cause fluid retention, so I expected a little bit of a climb there. High carbs replenish the glycogen I think every gram of glycogen has 3 or 4 times its weight in water. Well, that's what it says here. Sodium from multiple meals added more bloat, food bulk, so that, as the food moves through your system, it doesn't, digest instantly. It takes a little while for that to all come through. And the delayed reaction. The scale didn't spike after the first high day, but it compounded over time. So it was really, a high day on Friday, decent day on Saturday, another high day on Sunday, recipe for disaster. So what does this tell us? The spike is almost all water and gut content, not fat. So we know that by looking at the numbers overall of what I've eaten, and we know what I burn. So you didn't eat nearly enough maintenance to gain 3 pounds of body fat. If you cut calories back today and tomorrow and hydrate, the scale should respond quickly. So that's good to know. And then it kind of gives me a final thought here. This kind of spike can mess with your head, no kidding. It really can, especially when you're first starting out in a diet and you don't know about those weight fluctuations that happen from day to day. It can really throw you off. It can be disappointing and can make you give up. But when you stick to those numbers, when you understand that the calories really are working in your favor if you're coming in at a deficit, you won't worry about those jumps back and forth because they will happen. So you've been consistent. It's talking about me. You've tracked everything. You didn't gain fat overnight. Your body is just reacting to a few heavy days stacked together. Stay calm, stay on track, 1 or 2 clean days, and this number will start coming down again. So that's what we're going to shoot for, a couple of clean days, get that water weight off of me, and start feeling, like I'm back on track again, even though I never really was off track. So what's the takeaway from this? Well, it's the fact that when you're on a calorie deficit diet, CICO, calories in, calories out, it's the numbers that really matter, but not necessarily the numbers on the scale, because these fluctuations are going to happen. I weigh myself every day. I have Chat GPT make me a trend chart every once in a while so I can visually see the fact that it's working. Even though there are spikes, yes, it goes up and down, and some days, like this morning, I gained a significant amount of weight overnight. But that doesn't mean that I gained fat. If you're going to gain 3 pounds of fat, you've got to eat 10,500 calories over your maintenance. So I would have had to have eaten 13,000 calories yesterday. I didn't. That's not what happened. That's a lot of food. I ate a lot of food yesterday, and I still came in at around 2,600 calories. So anyway, the best advice that I could possibly give to you if you're starting out on a calorie diet, or if you see one of those scale jumps, is just to stay the course. Don't get discouraged. Just keep going. Keep moving. Keep recording everything. Be honest with what you're recording, and the weight is going to come off. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.